City reserve team is gonna be Chelsea first team. Hey, Michaels here. Welcome to Chelsea WRLD. Hope you are feeling great and you keep doing well. I want to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel. It means a lot to me, much appreciated. And thank you for joining on a new video here on Chelsea WRLD. Chelsea first signing is Tosin Adarabioyo, a 26 years old center back from Fulham who signed a 4-year contract at Chelsea. He joins Chelsea as a free agent, and that's a good news for our financial situation. Tosin played for Fulham a couple of seasons and he showed a great ability to play on the ball and having a good understanding playing a possession football. That's quite a good addition in terms of experience because Thiago Silva was that experience Chelsea needed. Now he's gone and we add a player with experience in Premier League, 26 years old, and in my opinion that's a great signing. Another City Academy player. We signed City reserves and give them a chance to show their ability, and it looks pretty good, like Cole Palmer, because he didn't have that chance at City and he now gonna start for England at Euro, which is amazing, and I can't wait to watch Euro and to watch especially Cole Palmer. I think this tournament could be his tournament because he comes into this tournament in a great shape and I think he should start for England. City reserve team is gonna be Chelsea first team. We build a team from players that City don't need or they want to sell, or players want to go somewhere to find themselves. I don't have a problem with that because we kind of get really talented players. So I want to get a bit more into what Tosin is about, what his strength. He's a calm player, he understands the game, he's good on the ball, he's tall, and he could be very helpful at set pieces, and he also scores some goals. He scored some goals last season, 4 goals if I'm not mistaken, for Fulham, and he's tall, and that's important for us because we don't have that height in our team. Tosin is better on the ball in my opinion than all Chelsea center backs, and when I say that I mean he makes less mistakes, he is more comfortable with the ball, and he could be a very good replacement for Tony Rudiger. I saw his interview at Chelsea, how he speaks, and I liked it. I like that leadership that he has. He has a good mentality, he has personality, he's not shy, and that's important because we need people who could speak, who could have a personality in this team, and I feel like we got a very good player that would have that leadership, and he likes to be in that position, and I can't wait to see how he's gonna be used by Enzo Maresca. Of course, this is a signing for Enzo Maresca. So we'll have a good competition. We got 5 center backs: Fofana, Colwill, Disasi, Badiashile, and Tosin, which in my opinion is a top signing. From what I saw, from what I read about him, he could really be a very important player for Chelsea and for Enzo Maresca's system. Let's move on with something I want to discuss as well, and that's Julian Alvarez, 24 years old, City player, World Cup winner, who is linked with Chelsea, and at first they said that there is an English club who is interested in Alvarez, and we didn't know it's gonna be Chelsea or not. Now we hear some more reports that it's Chelsea, and Chelsea are really interested in Alvarez, and Joe Shields works on this deal and he could really sign for Chelsea. I'm not sure about that. One thing I want to say about Alvarez: he's a great player for this system, but I have some concerns in regards of this type of player. We saw Timo Werner. Who remembers how many times he couldn't find the goal? Who remembers how we went through that? Because I don't want to go through that again. Alvarez is very talented. It's probably a different kind of player, but I have that feeling. I'm not sure about his mentality. That's what I'm scared of. He scores a lot for City. When you look at how many minutes he plays, he scores a lot. He wants to play more, and that's why he might be willing to leave City and to come to Chelsea, because at Chelsea he'll find many familiar faces. Also, he could fit very well in this system of Enzo Maresca, playing that false 9, playing that striker that moves between the lines, and he could be that guy and he could be very helpful. But I have that issue that I can't trust he could really have the mentality right, and I'm afraid that he might be the next Timo Werner or the next Fernando Torres. That's why I'm skeptical about that. But I might be wrong because you don't know how he would perform under that pressure. I just hope he succeeds if he joins Chelsea, and I'll be happy to see him succeeding because I really like what he brings for the team. There's also another side of the coin. Pep Guardiola, I feel like he would never sell Alvarez. He would prefer to start Alvarez all the time instead of Holland, in my opinion, because Holland is not his type of player. He plays Holland because he's supposed to, but he would prefer Alvarez, in my opinion. And maybe that's the reason he probably thinks of leaving the club, because club wants Holland to stay at City, and he don't like to play that type of football with Holland. I think he would prefer Alvarez, Alvarez being that kind of Aguero, that kind of David Villa, if you remember. But the club might sell him to Chelsea, and that's tricky. I would love to see him at Chelsea, but I'm not convinced that it will work. We'll wait to see what happens. Let me know if you think that Alvarez would work at Chelsea and he'll be successful and he's not gonna be another Timo Werner. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts. So let's move to other news. Conor Gallagher ready to sit tight at Chelsea despite Spurs and Villa interest, raising prospect of him living on a free. Midfielder will only move if it's right for his career. That's from Jacob Steinberg. And I want to say something about this because Conor Gallagher is in a strong position and he could stay another year and live free. I feel like Conor wants to stay and he will fight for his place as he usually does, and he's won his place in this team. He got the captain and now he again wants to fight to prove his value, that he's worthy to stay at the club and to fight for the team. And that's something I admire a lot because everybody at the club wants to sell Conor, but he shows that resilience, that he's gonna fight for his place. So we'll wait and see what happens. Another update about Chelsea financial situation from Ben Jacobs. Understanding remains Chelsea are now worried about 23-24 PSR breaches and are comfortable they will comply with the rules. 30 June accounting deadline is not viewed as relevant. Club are calm since sales are with a view to the 24-25 books, as well as to free up squad space and budget to complete the final summer of a 4-window plan. That's kind of relieving because we thought that Chelsea should sell a lot of players until 30 of June. It seems that it's okay and Chelsea could do business and not worrying about that. Of course, they sold to themselves apparently a couple of properties that helped them to stay in line. It's funny because you hear that news all over again that Chelsea needs to sell players, then there is another news that Chelsea actually don't need to sell this window, next window. That's confusing a bit. But if that's the case, that Chelsea is okay this window, it means that maybe we don't need to sell Conor or Trevor. Maybe that would help. We'll see. So I want to say welcome to Tosin Adarabioyo to Chelsea, and I hope you make our defense solid and reliable and you are gonna be a legend to this club. I really hope so. Julian Alvarez, he's not my first choice. I'm afraid he might not work at Chelsea, but I would love if he comes to be that player we know from the World Cup, from how he plays at City. I have some doubts about that. Maybe we go for another striker, but we live in a world where we don't have that many options of strikers. I mean, really reliable strikers. And Gallagher is somebody I would keep it 100%, and I hope he fights for his place and he could be that guy that we need in this team, that would be a leader, that would be somebody from an academy who knows Chelsea. And maybe that news about PSR could help that to happen. That's for now. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about Julian Alvarez? Is he another Timo Werner? Is he another Fernando Torres? Or maybe he will succeed at Chelsea? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and see you in the next video.